Once upon a time, I built electric rockets with Ivan Miranda, and the idea was that they would fly up and then land on their bottoms, just like SpaceX. Well, mine went up in the air, but then it came down again, not exactly as intended. Right. Well, I think we've got glue. But I didn't feel too bad about it, because Ivan's crashed as well. So now I'm going to attempt another complicated flying project. I'm going to try and build an Ornithopter, which is something that flies by flapping its wings. Not quite as big as this one though. So I bought a brushless motor and an ESC off Amazon. This is a 2200 kV motor, which means it does 2200 RPM for every battery volt. That's quite fast, but the smaller ones tend to be faster. It came with a 30 amp ESC, which should be enough power, and the two were supplied together. This plugs into a battery and an RC receiver. It's also got an RC set, which is a pretty standard thing, and again I just bought the first one that I came across. We need some sort of gear reduction, so I'm going to use a belt drive, so I've 3D printed this T5 pulley, and you'll notice I've also got a bearing mounted on it. I designed the pulley to fit on the collet that comes with the motor, and that would normally be to attach a drone rotor. That just screws down and it clamps itself tight onto the motor shaft. You'll notice this whole arrangement is quite long, and since the body of the motor turns and it's mounted only on the bottom, that's what the bearing is for, so that we can double brace it. So my wing arrangement is of course two levers that we can attach to something that turns rotary into linear motion. So we've got two levers, one for each wing, and then we've got a big pulley that turns around, and that's going to have two levers to operate the wings. So I've just put some levers on, and you'll notice I've got multiple holes here so we can adjust the leverage angle, but we'll start with that. Ideally we need a rotary motion for each wing, and you can see as I turn this there's a bit of a funny wobble as the pivot point on the big pulley moves side to side, but this will do to assess whether we've got enough motor power and velocity to start with. I've mounted the motor, and you'll see there's a 3D print on top that holds that bearing so that we can double brace it and we can put a sideways load on from the belt tension. So there it is all in one piece. Let's power that up, and that seems to run pretty well. It probably runs far too fast, but for now that looks okay. So it's time for some wings, and I've got some carbon fibre rods, and these are 8mm diameter and half a metre long. Those fit into the two holes, and I've just packed them out with tape to make them a nice tight fit. So let's see how well that runs. Yep, that motor really isn't happy with the load and the mass of those wings, so we're going to put a double stage belt reduction in, so we move up to around a 15:1 reduction. Thanks to 3D Fuel for the filament for this project and lots of other projects, so check out my channel for more 3D printing projects and check out 3dfuel.com. So this time my motor is held either side of a plate, which is the chassis for the whole belt drive arrangement. On top of the plate is a bearing which double braces the pulley again, so we can put a sideways load on it. This time we've got our two-stage belt reduction. I've used some T5 belts which are 9mm wide. The whole thing's a bit chunky, but that's what I had. The final pulley is supported by two similar bearings, and that gives me two rotary outputs, one for each wing, which will make it perfectly symmetrical. We should have a lot more torque this time, and it should run more than fast enough. In fact, that looks like it's too fast. So I changed the motor for another one I found that's 930 kV, which will give us the same amount of torque but with dissipating less heat, and it'll be happier running a lot slower. I've attached my two levers from the rotary output to each wing, and these, like all the other parts, are just printed in PLA. That seems to run pretty well, and I can vary the speed okay, so it looks like it's going to go fast enough, hopefully with enough torque, and I can vary the speed over quite a good range of motion, and I'm not really sure how fast the wings need to move at this stage. So, carbon fibre rod's back in, and let's cautiously test it to see what's going to happen this time. So that looks pretty good, my wings move far enough, and I can run it full speed with no problems. Well, I just need to fix the rods in better. My wing fabric is just some ripstop kite fabric which claims to be airtight that I got off Amazon. It's just attached with packing tape, but if we now power up the mechanism, this is a true load test because we've got the air resistance of the wings as well as the mass of the carbon fibre rods. But before we see how well that works, it's time for a quick ad from the video's sponsor, which is Bittrex24. Bittrex24 helps companies grow by providing affordable and quality instruments for customer relationship management, or CRM, including a contact centre, task and project management, website building, internal collaboration and communications. Project planning can be tricky, but Bittrex24 can help by providing strong project management functions, including Gantt, stretch and deadline bars. You can move stickers on Kanban boards and track progress visually. You can also organise dates and events with calendars and scheduling and set sequences, dependencies and subtasks. Bittrex24 provides a fully functioning CRM for free. It's unlimited and suitable for goods and service-based businesses in different industries, both big organisations or small teams and entrepreneurs. There are free tools to generate new leads from the contact centre and your website, process deals on a sales funnel, quote and invoice your customers and receive online payments, run targeted marketing campaigns and more. Bittrex24 allows you to manage your customers and your employees remotely with one platform. It provides tools for work and to supervise. Full transparency and accountability are available. Access rights adjustment can provide privacy and security for several teams working simultaneously on the account. So check out Bittrex24 now using the link in the video description below and get 5 GB of extra online storage for a year. Right, let's check out this thing and see if it flies. So I thought I might as well test it outside, but the main problem seems to be that it's front heavy, or at least it pulls itself into the ground all the time. So my wings don't quite reach the end of the poles, so we can make those bigger to get more lift, but I actually put the battery right at the back here, so I was expecting it to at least be balanced. And if I do try and balance it with the battery in the same place, it seems pretty well balanced in the middle, or at least it's not front heavy. So time for a slightly different iteration of the design. I've now moved the holes where the carbon fibre wing poles mount further forward, which should move the rest of the mass back. I've also added this tail section which will allow us to put a rudder on for steering. The rudder will have a bigger flap attached, but for now I've just put the servo and everything on so we can move some of the mass back. And here's my new wing mounts, which seem to work just as well as they did last time. The prints are probably a bit chunky though. Those wing mounts also give me around 50mm extensions on the wings, so now my wings are even bigger, but the whole thing still seems perfectly happy. Well, it definitely doesn't dive into the ground anymore, so I'm going to try moving the battery around and see if I can make it a bit more front heavy. Well, it still has a tendency to lift at the front, so at least there is lift, although it seems pretty unstable in the air. I've added a tail fin which looks like some of the others I saw on YouTube with a former that causes it to curve, and I'm just not going to bother with the rudder for now. I started with just a gliding test to see if it's well balanced in the air, and it looks not too bad. I think that tail's definitely helped, and some of these don't seem too bad, but it's still pretty unstable. So it's time for another tail fin to hopefully keep it going in a straight line, and I've just made these parts out of some cards stuck on with tape. So still quite a few challenges staying stable. I'm not sure if the wind is catching it, but it does look like it's lifting at the front. So there are some obvious problems, but first of all, what's good about it? Well, the structure held up, despite all those crashes into the ground, and the mechanism held up that's operating the wings, despite only being those PLA levers and so on, held on with screws at each end as pivot points, and nothing's actually broken. Also, there's enough power with that reduction that we've got and that motor to drive the wings. They move far enough with enough power, so that's pretty good, and that part of it's been pretty solid. For the next iteration though, we need to remove some mass, so I'm still going for a belt reduction because I think that's pretty forgiving. Gears can get mashed, whereas belts just slip a bit and then they carry on usually. So I'm going to make the belts a bit thinner and use 5mm belts, and also remove lots of mass from the pulleys and make those much thinner. I'm also going to mount the whole structure on 3 carbon fibre tubes and make really minimal 3D printed parts to hold the mechanics. So as well as having to remove mass, I also think my wings are a bit too floppy. So I've looked at lots of these on YouTube and lots of people have made them. There's lots of kits available as well, and the wings seem to be much tighter. So I've got some thinner carbon fibre rods, which are probably going to be quite flexible, to try and brace those wings out a bit like a bat's wings, and hopefully tension that fabric. So hopefully that'll make a more rigid wing that should flap properly. I'm also not sure if these rigid carbon fibre tubes that I've actually got holding the wings should be rigid, or whether they should flap like a bird. So I've also got some carbon fibre rods the same size that claim to be flexible, so we'll see how that works out. So there is going to be a part 2 to this, and hopefully we can at least get it flying quite convincingly, at least in a straight line. So don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this project and lots of other projects, and like the video if you wish me luck. You can support me through Patreon and YouTube channel membership, and those links are in the description below, and patrons and YouTube channel members get access to all the videos up to a week early, as well as sneak peeks and pictures of what's coming up, so you can be part of that discussion. Alright, that's all for now.